Hi, my name is Jason Backe. I am with Ted Gibson and the Ted Gibson Artistic Team for the Ted Gibson Advanced Academy at New York Fashion Week. We have just wrapped up our final show. It has been insane the last couple days. We did 10 shows in 3 days, plus we held a Ted Gibson Advanced Academy class. And there's a couple of things that I'd like to share with you that I think are really important tips on how to be successful at New York Fashion Week, especially if you've never done it before. Because sometimes we get this idea in our head about what Fashion Week is going to be like behind the scenes, and it could be really the complete opposite of what you're expecting. So, I would say number one, prepare your kit. Your kit, you're only as good as your tools, and your kit will get you through the tough times and the good times. Something that people rarely remember is a power strip. Anytime you're going into a backstage environment, you never know what the power situation is going to be. If you have a power strip, you'll be able to plug in all of your hot tools and your blow dryer. Make sure that your blow dryer is plugged into a separate outlet than everyone else's. Because if too many blow dryers are plugged into one place, guess what? The power goes out and then everyone's in trouble. Number two, make sure you have some extensions. We were just at the Carmen Mark Valvo show. There were 3 models that didn't have long enough hair for the look, and I ended up running all over Manhattan on a Sunday looking for a hair shop that was open. So make sure before you head to the venue that you have at least 1 pack of blonde hair, 1 pack of brunette hair, and 1 pack of sort of auburn to copper hair. You want to make sure that that hair is 18 to 22 inches long and 100% human hair. If you get a mixed fiber kind of extension, you're not going to be able to heat style it, and it's not going to hold the shape or it will melt. You want to have all 3 colors so that you can work on any model. Another thing that's great to have is a colored hairspray. So if the blonde doesn't match your extensions exactly, you can use that blonde hairspray. There's a bunch of brands that carry those colored sprays, kind of like a root touch-up. You can spray those over the model's hair and the weft hair to get them to blend together. 18 to 22 inches is important because if you need to, you can trim it a little bit if it's too long, but if it's too short, you're in the same boat and it's not going to work. Make sure when the show is over to get that hair back from the model because she will leave with that hair in her head and then you are out hundreds of dollars. So it's an investment to have that in your kit, but with it there, you're really going to be set up for success. Also, you want to make sure that you have every size curling iron that you could possibly need. That's from a 1/4 inch all the way up to 1.5 inches. You never know what kind of set you're going to be doing. You never know the texture that the designer is going to be looking for, and you'll be able to achieve that with those variety of hot tools. Flat irons, a crimping iron. Texture is really hot right now. Have a crimping iron in your kit. You can actually buy flat irons now that have different plates, so you can take the flat part off and pop on a crimper. It's just great to be prepared. You want to make sure that you have blonde, bronze, black, and brown hairpins and bobby pins. Nothing worse than seeing a girl walking down the runway and you can see a black pin in blonde hair. So make sure you have all of those. A Mason Pearson brush is going to save your life because with it, you can smooth, you can back brush, you can add texture, you can minimize texture. Amazing. If you're using ceramic round brushes or metal round brushes, get rid of them. You want to use boar bristle or nylon bristle, or a combination of both is great because it grips the hair, it smooths down the cuticle, it gives a really beautiful finish to the hair. Product. My recommendation is, unless you are being sponsored by a manufacturer, cover the label. Unless they're paying you to endorse or giving you products, complimentary to use backstage, cover that label. You don't need to be giving manufacturers free press backstage. Make the press about you, not about the product. If you're getting paid, it's a completely different story. Or if they're gifting you so that you're prepared, that's a different story also. But otherwise, cover it up with a white label. Press release. It's really important to prepare a press release before you go. Send it to your local newspaper, your local online media outlets, your local bloggers to let them know that you're going to be backstage at New York Fashion Week. It's amazing the local press you can build for yourself, for your salon, for your education team, for your artistic team, by letting them know what you're doing. All the different outlets are constantly looking for content. I think Modern Salon probably posts 12 times a day, depending on the day. They're always looking for content. So you want to make sure that you're prepared with a press release that lists all of the shows that you're going to be doing, who you're assisting, or if you're the lead, for sure announcing that you're the lead. And also, if you can get a description of the look from the designer, that's great, because then you can tie in the hair or makeup inspiration or nail inspiration to the collection that the designer is presenting. I think if you go in with all of those, you're going to be set for a great show. One more thing, have your water bottle and some snacks in your bag, because even though those models are skinny as heck, they can eat. And you might show up at the prep area and all the food is gone, or maybe there's no food even provided. So if you got a couple Cliff Bars, some trail mix, and a couple bottles of water in your bag, you're not going to get hangry, and you're not going to make anyone mad, and you'll feel like fresh as a daisy the whole show time. Okay, so remember to check in with Modern Salon so you can get even more backstage tips that are going to help you kill it. You will slay at Fashion Week. And make sure you check out Academy at tedgibson.com, because we are constantly uploading new content that will give you tips and tricks on how to perfect those hairstyles, how to take the work that you're doing in the salon and give it a fashion sort of edge. Academy.tedgibson.com will make sure you are prepared.